Mary, what does Mary think about the practice? What is Mary after? She's their servant, right? Do they give her a lot of respect?
No.
Why? But what is she in search for? She wants respect and two other things.
And for
Mary.
What?
Mary Warren.
Yeah, but doesn't she want him? Oh wait, yeah, that's Abigail. Sorry.
This is why we got to figure out the characters. That's why I make you guys make a list. What is the significance of Mary Warren? Who does she get involved with? And more specifically, who's the main antagonist in this play? Abigail. What can Abigail give to Mary that she doesn't have from the practice? Why is Mary a dangerous character?
She gets things for you.
She plays both sides, right? Why does she play both sides? Because she knows, doesn't she? She knows about the affair. It's a form of blackmail. Okay, so she plays a dangerous role in that whole situation. Okay? What else about Mary? Again, what can Abby give Mary? A sense of that she can't get from the practice. Respect and two other things. She gets a sense of power, doesn't she? Because Abigail actually, says if you're with her, that she can promise you all these things. Does she normally get to go to Salem?
Nope.
No. Now all of a sudden Abigail says, that she can go to Salem. Because didn't the practice forbid her from going to Salem?
Yeah.
Nope.
Because of why?
They wanted to work there.
They want to keep her mouth shut too, right?
Yep.
Because she knows. What else? In going to Salem, what else does Mary want to get? She gets freedom, right? She gets freedom, she gets to go and please. She claims herself a member of the court. So by being a member of the court, she not only gets freedom, she gets power, and she'll get respect. Those are three things that she can't get at home. What other significant event happens that you guys are confused about? So we've got Mary going to Salem. Know about the affair. Rebecca nurse. Elizabeth is taken at the end. What about Hale and Proctor? What happens when Hale starts to question Proctor?
He starts to get defensive.
He gets nervous and defensive, right? How many, I counted 4 examples of where Proctor faltered. Now, who else? Elizabeth was accused, right? And Rebecca Nurse was accused. What is the difference between the two families? There's a glaring difference between Rebecca Nurse and the Proctors. Those two families. So the Proctors and the Nurses, what's the glaring difference between the two? Think about the times. What did the Proctors not do?
Go to church.
They didn't go to church. Why didn't they go to church?
So far away when everyone was
And
Proctor
didn't like her.
Elizabeth was sick. Okay, so that was Proctor's excuse for not going to church, right? What is his other excuse for not going to church?
He didn't like her.
He doesn't like parents. And I know a bunch of you asked about the golden candlesticks. Why doesn't Proctor like parents?
Because he took the golden.
It's greedy. The significance of the golden candlesticks is that he's greedy. Does he really need golden candlesticks? No. But that just describes what kind of character that Paris is. Alright? What else? What other 4 things? What's this? This right here. Which commandment does Proctor forget? Which is adultery. Isn't that a little ironic?
Yeah.
And who has to help him with that? His wife. Does that make things a little bit awkward?
I just realized.
You just realize that? You realize the significance of that. Because he claims that he's a godly man, and yes, I can recite all my commandments. or gets that specific one. Because he's the one, that's his main sin. What else does Proctor do?
He brings Mary Warren to the widow and the prophet.
Okay, let's talk about the puppet. How did he get in the house to begin with? Mary Warren brought him in. Okay? When they came and searched for the puppet, who did they blame? And what specifically, you guys know what a voodoo doll is?
Yeah.
That's essentially what they're claiming it is a voodoo doll. Because what did Abigail do in town that day? She was stabbed, right? So the significance is that they happened, or supposedly happened at the same time. Did it really happen?
No.
So what is Proctor's goal for the whole second part of the second half? What does he want to do? What does he have to do? And in what way can he convince them?
By Mary Warren saying that it wasn't.
Blaming someone else.
Well, everybody's blaming everyone else.
He wants
That's a given
Mary
fact.
Warren.
But specifically, who does he need to admit to something?
Mary Warren.
And what is the sketchy part? Has to do with Abigail.
That Mary Warren and Abigail are like trying to.
Did Abigail and Proctor have a talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's significant about that talk? What did they talk about?
Like, and add to it.
In that specific talk where they were alone,
Yeah.
so that's the first problem, they were alone.
She kept saying how the mechanic had used and stuff.
What else did she say about witchcraft and about the girls? Who found the girls? Parents. So in order to clear Elizabeth's name, who has to step up? And more importantly, Abigail. So both Elizabeth and Proctor now need Abigail to prove her innocence. Now, about the 39 people that are going to be hanged. What are their two options? Confessory hang. So how many people are going to keep their mouth shut? None, right? Would you, if I had the choice and asked you, I'm going to hang you, or you can confess that you committed murder, what are you going to do?
I confess even if I
You'd
did.
rather confess, right? Even if you didn't do it, you'd still confess, right?
But you get the confession. Like,
You get to live. So now, in this whole act, where's the power shifted? They put him in jail. It's and before Abigail has the power, right? Because she's accusing everyone. Now, what have they done? They've created a court, right? So now the court has all the power. Because they have the power to do this. They can either hang you or put you in jail. Any other questions about Act 2? What else are you guys confused about in Act 2? Mrs. Barnes, was there anything else from Act 2?
Well, they did their things that they thought were important. You talked about the role of Mary Warren, which was huge. They went over minor characters, right? I think you covered everything.
Wow.
In a very entertaining way, I might add.
But is there anything else that you guys are struggling with Act 2? Because I've heard a lot that you guys are struggling with getting through it. Did this kind of help you explain what has happened? What's the problem though if Abigail has to come to the court and prove that she's, you know, accusing everyone else? What will she do to Proctor? She'll come out and say that him there. Now, at the end of this act, does Proctor care about that? What's his goal? To get Elizabeth free. Okay? Any more questions? If Proctor doesn't come to church, he doesn't get money. So it works both